Good morning, welcome back to the channel, and today an actual tinkering video. What I'd like to do this morning is change the clutch master cylinder on George my 79 Allegro. We're going to go through the process of doing that, and I'm going to show you step by step how to remove the old one and how to fit the new one, and hopefully it'll all go according to plan. Can you hear that? Yeah. I could go down the route of changing the seals on the old unit, but because the car's been sat for so long, I don't know what it's like internally. So let's just get on with it, taking it apart. So here's the replacement. A big shout out to David King of Classic Car Spares. He deals with Rover and Austin parts. He managed to track me down a replacement cylinder, so it's just a question of getting the old one off the car, assembling this. We'll do that on the bench, and I'll show you how to change it over. So as I showed you in the last video, these normally seize up, or can do, so that's not, luckily that's come undone. And there's two bolts, I don't know if you can see that because the lighting's pretty bad, but there's two bolts here which just hold the body to the bulkhead. So we'll undo that, and then there's one split pin and clevis pin inside on the pedal end. So I'm just going to crack on and get that taken off. Yeah, so what I'll do I think is remove that parcel shelf. That'll give me a bit more access, and then you can watch me get under there and take it all apart. Oh, hello. No idea if you can see me, but I'm just going to get on with it. So, just going to try and remove the parcel shelf. Give me a little bit more access to work with, hopefully. Wiggle. Back seat out of the way. That's better. Right. Torch in there. Right, so there's a split pin. Hello. Holding the pedal end to the push rod, so that's got to come out. That's going to be fun. Well, I've just got to get on with it, really. Might be able to do this without pliers, actually. Need some pliers. Oh. One split pin. Right. While I've got you here, so there's the split pin I've taken out of there, so the push rod should push it. There you go. Pivot bolt should come out of there now. There we go. That's now freed off the push rod from the master cylinder. So all we need to do now is unbolt the body of the unit. So I'll get on with that. Help if the ratchet is on undo. Spare bits over there so I don't lose them. Don't rely on tools, the tools are sharp. There you go. Right, I'm too old for this. Oh. You could undo the nut on the outside of the bulkhead, but there wasn't a lot of access, and I thought, once it's freed off, should be able to undo it. That's getting slacker, that's working. Let's do this top one, which hasn't wanted to go yet. Come on, you. Nothing like that way. I'll try this way. Oh, doesn't like that at all. Okay. Right, so I was actually struggling to undo this top one, but with a persuader and a small 30mm spanner or 1/2 inch, that's now turning. So I should be able to continue to undo it from inside. So you just got to work your way under these two bolts, but yeah, I'm going to need two hands for this, so I have to put the camera down. Talk to you in a second. Right, progress has been made. Both nuts are undone. What I will say to you is put a spanner on the inside of the car, on the outside of the car, because otherwise the nut will turn on itself. That set me back a few minutes. Also, don't make the mistake of not undoing that first, because that's your hard line, and obviously you don't want this to be flexing as you're undoing it. So I'm now going to just remove that quickly, and then the body will come away from the car. Again, just supporting the body, undo the hard line, which is a 1/2 inch or 13mm. And a bit of wiggling. One cylinder. Okay, so here we are, new cylinder. What I have noticed is there's a shiny new push rod, but that's not attached yet, so it's also got a spare seal, which is handy. I'll probably keep that for the when I do the rebuild on this one. But what I'm going to do first, because I don't want to upset anything, I'm going to take this one apart first to learn how it comes apart. I'll show you how to do that. Basically what you got to do is pull the seal back, but there is a little circlip in there. That's got to come out, and then this will withdraw. And then we've got to do the opposite of that on the new cylinder. So let's go on with that. Right, so I'm just going to try and remove this circlip. And then that will withdraw, he said, like so. So that's how it comes apart. That's what we're going to do on the new one. Well, there we go. That was actually quite fiddly. Without a clamp or a vise to hold it in place, getting that little circlip in was a bit of a pain. I ended up using a screwdriver just to hold it in place, whilst also pushing down the plunger, because obviously it's all under tension. So yeah, that's now ready to fit and bleed. Well, after some faffing around, new cylinder is in. Just need to bleed that up now. You do that via the slave cylinder, which is down here. So that's got a bleed point on it. Hard line connected, bolted back up. Just got to put the interior back together and we're done. Another job off the list. Well, that's another job ticked off the list. Big things happening tomorrow though. We've got the Kennedys coming down to do my suspension. That's going to be a great video for you guys to watch. So thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.